That is a harmful relationship at any point. Can't help thinking about how a very fruitful celeb like Steve Harvey could turn out to be cheated, and by anybody, as well as by the spouse of a long-term companion. Clutch your seats, I'm talking enormous tricks, superstars' stunning treacheries, and even court dramatization, $1 million misrepresentation conspire, and a ton of casualties. This all occurred through a supposed development and training business, a piece of it run via virtual entertainment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel today. We're jumping profound into an embarrassment that is shaking Hollywood to its center. Envision this: Ernesto purportedly offered business administrations to Steve, yet rather than aiding him, he grabbed a tremendous lump of Steve Cash's, more Ernesto's better half, and Steve's alleged companion. Shirley has all the earmarks of being favoring her significant other, even in the wake of learning of his deplorable violations. A genuine jaw-dropper. Right, presently. Hold on as I dive further into this tangled trap of misdirection and double-crossing. I'm having a terrible day right now in a development that could be straight out of a show series. Ernesto Williams is holding tight the edge of serious legitimate repercussions, with a danger of time in jail approaching over him. The circumstances out and out unsafe, yet the murmurs on the breeze recommend his significant other Shirley might have had in excess of a notion about Ernesto's unlawful dealings. It's even recommended she might have a bet at his duplicities, helping him in disguising his illegal tasks. No doubt. What did you express? Diving into the beginning of their partnership. Plainly, their association has been pained all along. It's been a parade of caution signs, consistently adding a curve to this story. Is, in all honesty, Steve Harvey the go-between with the Midas contact who assumed an urgent part in their presentation. The interest doesn't stop there. Steve Harvey, an entity in the television world, got entrapped in Ernesto's false business benefits. This brought about significant financial difficulties. Ernesto had vowed to administrations and business help, yet his activities communicated in an alternate language out and out, leaving Steve feeling cheated, that is, and that you will agree to regardless of his monetary difficulty. And the thing of selling out, Steve Harvey decided to keep up with his quietness, generally because of his solid rapport with Shirley, being conflicted between his craving to uncover reality and taking a chance with his relationship with Shirley left him in trouble. Yet insiders uncover Steve Harvey was left reeling when Shirley decided to back Ernesto in any event. When his grave bad behaviors were uncovered, Steve was convinced, hopefully not by mistake, that Shirley was discerning of Ernesto's unlawful exercises, which made him cast a sad remnant of fault on her and insider source. Spill: Steve is profoundly injured by Shirley's unequivocal help for Ernesto. He holds the conviction that she was a spectator in his wrongdoings, as well as a demonstration of accessory. This has been no picnic for him, as he has imparted a nearby attached to Shirley for the majority years. Individuals in Steve's internal circle report that he accepts Shirley shared the obligation regarding Ernesto's offenses. He was sure that she wasn't only mindful of his doings, yet she was a functioning member. This conviction has made a gap in his relationship with Shirley, prompting unmistakable pressure inside their normal group of friends. Further reports recommend that Steve Harvey harbors a profound feeling of disloyalty from Shirley. Her choice to remain by her significant other, even after his deeds were exposed, has made Steve question the actual validity of their fellowship. Adding a layer of incongruity to this tangled story, Ernesto decided to propose to Shirley on her public broadcast with Steve Harvey. As an observer reflectively, it appears as though Steve was an impetus in the development of a family that would ultimately deceive him. Haha, for those of you simply listening, a man is strolling in the room right now, in Steve Harvey's own words, apparently conveyed by a nearby partner. I put my confidence in Ernesto, and he took advantage of it. He vowed to help me in business matters, yet every last bit of it was a veneer. I caused critical monetary misfortune, and it's debilitating to see that Shirley remains by him, Even despite his horrendous acts, the far-reaching influence of Ernesto's wrongdoings, and Shirley's help for him, has stressed Steve Harvey's security with Shirley, as well as set their common companions in an off-kilter position. Those near the two of them are trapped in the crossfire, conflicted between dependability to Steve and keeping up with their own associations with Shirley. This has established consideration-filled climate inside their group of friends, leaving everybody navigating a precarious situation. We should turn our thoughtfulness regarding Ernesto briefly with a rap sheet that is up to a stable rundown. Ernesto's criminal history is no short story piled up with charges and lawful offense convictions. He's been snared in the law's sepulcher since the 80s. His extended record says a lot about the sort of character we're managing here. Insiders warned that Shirley, in spite of being completely enlightened up on Ernesto's secretary past, clutched the conviction that he was a changed man. This reveals insight into Shirley's viewpoint. She was in the loop about his dim history, yet stayed unflinching in her conviction that he had flipped another lead. Yet very much like a panther that doesn't change its spots, Ernesto's case change was only smoking mirrors. Deep down, he was still up to his old stunts, playing misleading games and conspiring tricks. Well, in excess of 12 individuals, defrauded out of $1 million. 2 individuals have been captured on various extortion charges. The law at long last figured out how to slap the sleeves on Ernesto and his co-backstabber, Erica Ruler. The team was shaded for pulling off a misrepresentation racket that made them pocket a cool $1 million. The news affirmed their violations, featuring the gravity of their trickiness, basically situated themselves as specialists in the fields of business development, improvement training, things of that nature. Taking on the appearance of business masters, Ernesto and Erica turned tales about how they could skyrocket the brand's missions and online entertainment supporters of their casualties. This persons as sagacious experts assist them with prevailing upon trust and make the ways for their cheating activity to demand increasingly more installment, promising that those administrations and products would be subsequently given, yet never following through with those issues. Casualties who got genuine into Ernesto and Erica's mischievous arrangements gave over their well-deserved cash, expecting a business support anyway. All they got was a harsh taste of treachery, as the administrations they were guaranteed ended up being only meaningless statements. Destructions in the event that you have had any dealings with Lord or Williams. Call police. What's more stunning is the way that, regardless of being had a good time, with none of the casualties approached to squeeze charges against the cheating team. At first, this recommends that the casualties could have been vigilant or uncertain about standing up to their double-crossers. Yet Ernesto's hit the dance floor with double dealing didn't be ignored for long. A rental extortion case warned examiners who chose to dive into his monetary exchanges. At a modern-day miracle, this opened up a Pandora's crate of duplicity, a long ways past the underlying case. Agents before long focused in on the common home of Ernesto, Erica, and Shirley. This ended up being the center of their misleading tasks, uncovering an intricate organization of extortion and slyness. As the cash trail unfurled, it validated the premonitions around Ernesto and Erica's fake endeavors. The breadcrumbs prompted the obvious truth: the pair was neck profound and unlawful exercises. And presently, for the part you've all been sitting tight for, you review how I called attention to some insider thinking. Shirley realized more than she drove on about Ernesto's devious dealings. Well, clutch your caps in light of the fact that the story gets spicier in the relatively recent past prime, preceding the full emission of the embarrassment. Shirley cleverly eradicated Ernesto's name from the title of her California property. A remarkable smart move, wouldn't you say? This shrewd choice intends that in the event that Ernesto's crook accusations lead to him losing all, that Shirley's home won't fall into the heap of his forfeitable resource. Yet how about we dig a piece further into what occurred after Ernesto got seized up? The man had to deal with a confounding exhibit of penalties that would stupefy any decent Joe. and there would have been various forthcoming warrants coming for this situation. I accept a Roswell. Let us know today when we check for an update. He got pounded with an unimaginable 5 counts of scheme to perpetrate a lawful offense, while 2 of these charges got tossed out later on Ernesto's monetary circumstance. Endured a hard shot when his bail was set at an eye-watering $15,000 preceding the 13th. There will be around 15 or more warrants coming as bearing serious crimes in there, yet stand by there's more he including robbery, by assuming drama of praise-fix administrations and burglary, by trickery clearly policing clueless business visionaries. Wasn't enough for him, he had the nerve to swindle laid-out entrepreneurs. 2 he is viewed as perilous, he's viewed as hazardous. Yet hold up, there's another side to this yarn. This isn't the finish of the show by no stretch of the imagination.